Hello, everybody. Um, Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 19 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and here are our players, except Frank. We miss you very much, and we can't wait for him to come back and join us. But Tordrek will continue on his adventure somewhere out at sea because his goddess asked him to. But he'll return one day.
Beyond the sea.
But we have Kyle, Mac, Josh, Abby, and Krista. Now, I am going to give us a quick recap of last week's episode, and then I think we are ready to jump back into things. We ended in a little bit of split party chaos, and we will continue split party chaos.
Woo!
Last session, you met Dagwood, the woman in Ave's will, who he asked to give last rites. Dagwood seemed a bit confused by the phrasing, but said she would do what she could. Her place is dilapidated. People seem to avoid the place, avoid her and Morden, her goblin companion. Morden asked you all to avoid one of the broken stairs. That is a thing later broken by Gorbjorn, who falls into a temple-like setting full of relics to a large snake, where he takes a necklace of said snake and steals it from said temple from Dagwood's house. Dagwood also takes Ave's body and says she will take care of what needs to be done, but come back the next day for payment per se for what she needs to do. Roshan also shows up next, not exactly in search of, the same things as the rest of the party, let's say, on the search for some onset, some drugs, and tonics. What?
Scandalous.
Now they all know. You also help Dagwood with some preparations for the body, though it's a difficult thing to focus on, and you really don't take much from it as you kind of go into autopilot during the event. Meanwhile, at the beach, Tordrek sees his goddess manifested in water, tells Saga he must leave. He is going on an adventure from his goddess, and he runs off down the beach. Everybody ends up convening back at Undertow, which is the tavern inn, where some people find some companionship, or pins, as we were calling them. There was a drinking contest. Some more pins were acquired. Too much milk was drank, and Saga and Bragi had a small conversation on the beach where he said that he thinks he has to leave soon, but he's going to wait to make sure things work out here. I believe that is where we left off, unless I, in y'all's opinion, missed something important. It was a lot of all over the place, just town adventure. A day in a town. But where we left off, yes, Gorbjorn also drank from the golden bowl, which caused earlier fear hallucinations. He's currently hallucinating in his room, which is also occupied by an incredibly drunk Fen. And
a very nervous elven sex worker.
Yeah, an elven consort who is sitting in a chair next to Fen, looks over to him and says, "So you had questions?" And that is where we will start.
You're an elf. Yes. You're an elf, I can tell. You don't have markings like me, but you're an elf, I can tell from your ears. What do you, when you meditate, when you sleep, how do you make the bad dreams stop?
He looks you over. You dream.
I see things, and I can't... like when I was a child and couldn't control my meditation, and now all I see are bad things from bad things that I've seen in my days, and I can't make them stop. how do you control your meditations? Is there a doctor, a shaman in town that knows maladies of elves? I've not seen an elf since I've been here. I've not seen an elf in weeks.
There aren't many elves, particularly I think in the West, besides maybe small knit communities. I haven't met many. That's why you're talking to me currently and not someone else.
Well, I just need to speak to someone who might know. What do you do here anyway? So you
Oh, he smiles a little. So, you must be quite young. You technically bought companionship for the evening, but usually it is of a sexual kind that I work with.
Oh.
It's all right. It's
You're
your money. If you want to use it to talk, you may use it to talk.
yes, I was just hoping to talk.
When it comes to meditation, I'm not sure how it would work for a wood elf. I do not know if there's cultural differences. I grew up in quite more of a scholarly family. The idea of meditation was to recap and organize and keep the brain focused on tasks. So I would focus on things I had read, stars I had observed, things of that nature, mind puzzles, things to keep the mind working even though I was not.
And if I try that and it hasn't worked, I used to be able to do that. I could focus and I can't now. I can't keep the nightmares out.
Well, it seems you haven't organized them then. You haven't put them in their place, so to speak. You haven't broken them down to their basic components, seen what they are, and then put them where they need to go.
Is there some way to just make them stop? Have you ever just slept like the others, like men and dwarfs do? Have you ever just slept and had rest?
I don't think I have. I have only, I guess, meditated. I do not know how men and dwarves sleep. They sleep for quite a long time. I would say if you are looking for medical assistance, which I have to say is not, maybe it is best for you. I feel like it can be damaging to the body, the mind. This town is a bit closed off when it comes to certain types of magics and ailments. There is a woman in town. We don't speak too much of her in public. We know you can get strange things from there. But
You're talking about the tall woman.
I can't say for sure. I have not seen her in person.
Seems quite lovely. I'll speak to her. She's not an elf, though.
No, but it may be difficult to find an elf who understands what's wrong.
Thank you. I appreciate your insight and your advice, and I'm sorry to have taken up your time.
No, you certainly are not taking up my time. You paid for this time. It is essentially yours. I can think of a secondary option, which is a bit more difficult.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I follow.
For your dreams,
And what is that?
I would recommend moving east.
Moving east.
I've heard elves live longer there. Less corruption. Maybe your mind is plagued by the corruption. I do not know.
I have work to do before I can do that. But thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else?
Can you find my friend Nana? It seems my other friend Gorbjorn is having a bit of a fit, and this is, even as far as he is concerned, more thrashy than he usually is.
Punching ghosts.
Just in the bed next to you, just punching at the air aggressively.
Nana usually knows what to do.
Right. How about you go ahead and lay down? You're incredibly intoxicated. I do not know if you will have dreams tonight based solely on that. So I would start focusing now.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. I thank you very much.
All right. You lay down. I'll deal with it. It's fine. And he gets up and kind of looks over at Gorbjorn. It looks like he's thinking. And he kind of goes over and kind of like dodging hands, and he like takes the thin blanket and kind of like moves it over Gorbjorn's face. There we go.
I just imagine like that heavy breathing where like you see the blanket go into the mouth and then it like flies up.
There we go, perfect.
And what was your name? I'm sorry.
My name is Everless, but some people just call me Ever. Whatever works best for you.
Well, thank you. It was wonderful to meet you, and I promise I'm not always in this condition. I hope I was not rude to you. I'm told I'm want to do that from time to time.
I wouldn't say you were rude. But I would say if you ever hire somebody's companion services again, I would say at the front desk that you do not like to be touched.
Very well, thank you. Taken into consideration.
All right. Close your eyes. There you go. He walks over and he starts to like turn off the lights, and he like blows out a candle. And he just kind of quietly slips out of the room and closes the door. And he just kind of softly mumbles to himself, I do not know who Nana is. And he goes off to possibly go look for her. Meanwhile, let's see who we got here. Roshan, you're down in the tavern having a good time, getting incredibly drunk. You are, you think that you could possibly black out if you kept drinking. You're pretty close to that, honestly.
So last time we actually talked about it, and I did end up passing out, or did end up blacking out.
Yes.
And I rolled a nat 20 on my luck check.
Yes.
So I made it to a room, blackout drunk, and see you in the morning.
Bye, everybody. You actually, if we have to talk about rooms here, you either wander into a room that is unoccupied or you wander into Nana's room.
Well, do you want me to roll?
Yeah,
roll for that.
Roll me another luck check. How about it?
That's a nat 2.
Ooh, definitely into Nana's room. You just
these shenanigans.
Lucky for Nana, it's been a hot minute that Nana has been upstairs with her companion.
That's good.
And Roshan just so gone. Just kind of like walks in and makes it to the bed and is gone. Just poof. Right next to you, and just the woman next to you, like playing with your hair, kind of like looks over.
Huh. Well, he was having rather a good time downstairs. I hope he's all right. Sorry. Do you want to move to a different room, or are you okay?
Oh, I mean, I'm fine. I don't have a problem.
All right. Well, I suppose this is somewhat better. You'll forgive me if I have to step away and, I don't know, turn him on his side if he starts... Never mind.
I'll do my best to keep an eye.
I won't ask you to do that, but, thank you.
Meanwhile, also, at the beach, watching the stars, is Saga and Bragi, who had just had a conversation about him having to possibly leave, and him saying that the gods, including himself, were really no good. Um, I think I can go inside now if unless you wanted to stay out.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm not very tired. It's kind of been a long day, but it's just nice being in a town, I guess. And I think now's the best time to walk around. There's not a lot of people.
All right. We can check out the town if you want to.
Yeah, let's look around.
All right. The both of you start making your way around town. Basically, the people outside, 99% are intoxicated. It seems that the sun goes down, the town gets drunk, is the setup for this place. Most people are not on the streets, so it is definitely a bit calmer. Occasionally, you'll walk by a guy who like turns into an alley and like vomits and like falls over.
That sounds like a fishing town to me.
Yeah, I think right on the nose.
It's like a Viking Tortuga.
I kinda wish I had the type of magic that Tordric has, where you can just, help people that are feeling bad like that. That kinda sucks.
Oh. Well, you follow a lady, and you said that lady is a god.
Well, yes.
I'm sure if you ask, maybe she will provide. Bragi walks over to the drunken man you guys have kind of been watching, who just fell over. And Bragi places a hand on his shoulder, and there's just a small kind of hum of magic. And you watch Bragi wince a bit. And the guy kind of relax instead of just like, and he kind of like mumbles and he like curls up to sleep there in the alley. Well, at least he's not going to die, I guess. I don't know if he was going to or not.
Yeah, she kind of just goes into her bag and finds like not really very like great for a blanket, but it's just another piece of fabric that she has because she's got a lot, and just kind of puts it over him. All right.
I think that'll help.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception for me, if you'd be so kind.
All right. Oh wow, where's my there?
My dice?
I had them prepared totally.
I've been ready this whole time.
Okay.
Who needs dice when you only roll 20s?
There. Perception. 19.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As you're walking around, you end up seeing a bit further off. You're not super close to it, but it stands out a bit, being a taller building around a little over possibly 2 stories. It looks like 2 stories, and then like a roof part and a little bit of a porch of a bit of a rundown home. And you can see someone standing out on the porch on the 2nd level, looking out at the ocean in the middle of the night.
They must like the night too.
It is a bit more peaceful.
See, I like lights, and it's the best time to see like the stars and other lights and fire and all sorts of stuff like that.
I agree. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say she's gonna approach whoever the figure is. But what was wrong with this?
Yeah, you can start making your way over. They're currently on the second floor. So, so it's a bit of a Romeo Juliet situation if you approach.
That's okay.
You approach and like the smell of incense sort of hits you, kind of different to the fish and alcohol scent of the rest of the town.
I put a little minor illusion of myself on like the banner that that the person's leaning on, and just kind of like waves, and I say, "Hello."
You watch as the woman straightens up and looks at the illusion next to her. Looks confused, and then hears your voice from below. She kind of leans over the edge of the porch. Hello.
Are you enjoying the night?
No.
Oh.
Are you?
Well, yes, I was, but what's wrong?
Oh, it's not exactly a I'm looking for something.
Well, I've seen a lot of things. I can try to help.
All right. Look out towards the ocean.
Okay, I see it.
Do you see anything astounding?
Well, yes, there's a lot of water out there. That's pretty crazy.
I have to agree, that is crazy.
Is that what you were?
Hmm.
Is that what you were talking about?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking for something extraordinary in said extraordinary water.
Well, you might need to get a little closer.
Maybe you're right. I'm sorry, you must be new to town. Are you part of the group who keeps showing up at my house?
Oh, well, who was the group?
There was, gosh, there was Nana Hemming,
Oh,
sister
yep.
to Ave Hemming, and some others whose names I have forgotten.
Yep, that's me. I'm Saga. Saga Bloom.
Very nice to meet you, Saga, and who's your friend? Bragi looks up, and then he kind of looks at you, and he kind of like raises an eyebrow, kind of like,
Do you not want to yell?
no, it's fine. I am, Terrence.
What?
You watch as she kind of like leans over the balcony and squints. I've never heard somebody say their name is Terrence and sound like they are lying so intensely.
I think it's because his name isn't Terrence.
Bragi kind of sighs softly next to you.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what's going on.
Sorry, I was attempting to lie.
Oh, it didn't really work.
It didn't work out well. I wasn't ready.
Oh,
Usually better when I'm ready.
okay. Sorry, I'm not sure. Why would you lie about your name?
Dagwood's just kind of like leaning over the balcony, watching you guys kind of murmur to each other. Maybe we shouldn't tell everyone who I am.
Well, I mean, if they know that you're here and that you're helping Lady Satyr, then isn't that a good thing? It's really good PR.
The PR Broggy kind of like looks up and then like looks over at Saga. I haven't had the best track record with people knowing who I am.
Well, it's been a while. They might have forgotten.
Yeah, maybe they've forgotten. I'm sure that's the case.
I mean, I didn't know about you until I found you, so it's. I think their lives will be improved. They'll be like, wow, look at this cool person.
What are you all murmuring about?
Oh, this is Broggy.
Oh, lovely. Broggy, it's good to meet you. She kind of leans more over the railing. She's kind of now just like bent fully so that it's just kind of like her looking like directly down at you guys. If it makes you feel better, I was informed by the rest of the group that you were here. I can understand the trepidation.
See, it's
The
okay,
rest, the rest of the group is coming to see me tomorrow. I mean, Broggy, you're welcome to stay, but I can wait. I'm not sure if they told you, but I asked to see you. Oh, Broggy kind of looks up. I will return in the morrow with the group, and I would be honored to meet you. She smiles and looks out towards the ocean. I have some questions. Broggy sort of nods. Saga, I think we should go.
Oh, all right. It's very nice to meet you. Oh, sorry. What was your? Oh, yeah. What was your name? Did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dagwood.
Oh, we were looking for you.
Yes, it seems a lot of people were looking for me today.
I'm guessing they found you.
They found me in small groups.
Okay.
Also, one of your friends broke my staircase.
Oh man, I am so. I can come fix that if you'd like.
No, it's all right. Morden put a piece of wood over it.
Okay. Well, if you need my help, you just let me know. Great to meet you, Dagwood. We'll see you tomorrow.
Of course. See you
And oh, and if I can help you find what you're looking for later, I can try. My lady satyr sometimes gives me visions, and sometimes I don't know. Maybe I could help with vision. I don't know. Maybe it relates.
How interesting. We'll definitely talk about that tomorrow. I'm interested.
Oh, good, wonderful. You have a lovely evening. Good night.
You too. Make sure you tell everyone to show up so I don't have, spurts of people showing up at my door.
Okay, yeah, sure. If I can find everyone, I'll let them know.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Broggy has already started walking. Broggy has turned and has started to make his way away.
Yeah, she'll just wait and skip out down the path.
So, I think I have to come up with a better name, but I don't think we should tell everyone I'm Broggy.
Well, I mean, I don't really like that, but well, we could just. Well, how about instead of like lying, we just say like you're a pastor or like like you work for Lady Satyr or something.
We'll just say I am named after this god. We'll figure it out.
Well, no, you can't take her name. That's her.
Or we'll say I was named after Broggy. And now Lady Satyr.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that probably works.
You're the Saint Broggy of Lady Satyr.
All right.
Perfect.
There is just a hint of a smile at the corner of his mouth as you both start to make your way back. Because you had a pretty good perception check, you've already found yourself a nice hook while you were walking around earlier.
Yes.
Let's see. So it's interesting, but it's not like, wow, look at that. But you see just an emaciated gourd, like a squash that had completely dried up, but it didn't rot. So it's just hollowed out and small, kind of like a little maraca that doesn't make much noise.
Oh, this is perfect. Wonderful. I'll definitely be taking that and placing it into my bag.
Yeah, you pick up this emaciated gourd and
Yes.
to put it into your items.
Yeah, I just start talking about all the wonderful things I can make with it.
Broggy nods as you talk and encourages your arts and crafts. I'm going to say everybody inevitably finds their way to some rooms. Saga and Broggy taking up the last room, and everybody either falls asleep like a normal person or completely passes out. Yes,
Did
Nana?
the elf ever manage to find Nana's room?
No, you were never confronted by an elf. You were never confronted.
Oh.
Gorbjorn, it's a fitful night of running from people pointing at you and ghosts trying to inhabit your body and murmurs of people and the people in the town chasing you. And it is just like running all night, even though you are somewhat unconscious.
Sounds exhausting.
But you end up waking up aggressively the next morning under this blanket, fully drenched in sweat. It having been more like a fever dream than the full-on hallucination that had happened the first time. But you're being chased by all these people, and then you get to an edge and you see the water below you, and you instantly jolt awake. Just under this blanket that is now just fully drenched. Everybody else starts to wake up that morning of their own accord, feeling as good or as bad as they may or may not feel. Roshan, could you roll Constitution for me with disadvantage?
Yes.
I would love that.
Oh, wow. I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Oh no!
Mm.
Oh boy! Having a rough morning, huh?
So
Yeah.
first off, super hungover.
Oh no.
Secondly, you feel that ache in your body again. You feel like just a pounding headache, and there's just a need in your hands, like you can't just like stop gripping, and you can't stop thinking about it. All you can think about is just a cup of tea, and maybe that'll help.
Yeah, he wouldn't hesitate after getting out of bed to put some in probably his tin cup and put a little bit of water on top just to wet it down, and then go down and get some morning libations.
Yeah, you head downstairs. There are some passed out people in the inn, some people who either didn't make it to their rooms or didn't make it home. You're not sure. Anybody who went to bed with a companion, the companion is gone in the morning. Finn, go ahead and roll me Constitution, please.
5.
Oh, so hungover. So terribly hungover.
Poor boy.
I may give you, for the next few hours at least, you might have disadvantage on a couple things just based on having a headache and being ill. But you woke up feeling terrible. The night was mostly a blur, and even your meditation was a bit of just a jumble of the blur of the day prior. But you wake up feeling awful. Gorbjorn, same for you. It's not that you're hungover, it's that you feel like you haven't slept. I am not going to say you have a level of exhaustion, but it sure feels like it.
Ran a marathon in my sleep.
Yeah, you basically ran all night. Everybody else wakes up pretty okay. Not feeling.
I just wanted to know if Nana's pin was hanging out into the morning or if she had already gone to retire to her own quarters.
Oh, she's definitely gone in the morning. You
Alright.
can vaguely remember her leaving in the night, but you're not. You're just like, it happened at some point. I'm assuming all of you at some point make your way downstairs, either in search of food, because the smell of bacon and bread hits the air, and you can feel like the warmth of the downstairs fire when you make your way down. It's incredibly nice, especially compared to what you have been experiencing for the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm. This is like Nirvana.
Roshan, did I win? Did I drink them all?
I want to know this as well.
Good morning.
I don't remember.
I think I drank them all. I think I drank all the drinks.
Yeah.
I'll just say you both won. You both won. You did a very good job. You got very drunk. I'm very proud of you both.
I feel like I won and lost at the same time somehow.
That's usually how drinking games go, yes, Fen.
That's alcohol.
Mm-hmm. 'Tis a cruel mistress.
Speaking of cruel mistresses, how did your night go, Nana?
Nana spits out her drink as she's taking one. Just like all over whoever's in front of her.
Probably me.
Time to roll that dice. Woo! 1, 2, 3, Saga.
Yes.
You spit this drink at Saga.
Right after I said good morning, it's just.
Oh, Saga! I'm so sorry. And Nana's like just suddenly up from the table and like dabbing her dry with her napkin. Sorry.
That's okay.
I was startled. Are you okay? You seemed a little ill last night.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh no, I was fine. Rocky was just feeling a little bad, so we went for a really long walk, and it was very nice. And we met Dagwood, and I found a really cool gourd.
What?
What?
Yeah. Didn't she tell you, Nana? That's what you're supposed to do with milk.
Well.
Kind of broke us all with that comment.
There's no saving this party. We're all going straight to hell.
So much went on that Saga forgot about the milk thing, and then you. Probably.
Conversations make me very uncomfortable.
All right. I think we're gonna need to stop the stream and start again.
Yep, we just need to throw it out. Scrap it. Throw it in the garbage.
I quit the show.
Fire.
Everyone signs off. Broggy has made his way over to the counter and is currently talking on the other side of the room with the owner of the establishment, the dwarven woman with the buxom. So he's over there while you guys are starting to get your breakfast together. Warm
Right, so
papaya, just cooked in grease. It's all just greasy and terrible, but it's great.
It's the best. It's the best. It reminds Nana of like early morning breakfasts back at home in Galunder with like juicy sausages and just like warm bread slices buttered with like fresh butter from the cow that morning.
Butter straight from the cow.
He's standing at the table.
All right.
hardest part is
Obviously, I
aiming.
don't work on a dairy farm. Whatever it really would be, time frame wise, correctness.
It all works.
Don't take my words for granted. Do what I say, not what I do. No, the other one.
You see that, Saga, if you glance over at Broggy, you watch as the owner goes back into a back room and then comes out with a lute and hands it to him. And then she kind of folds her arms and looks at him. And he sort of kind of sidles up to the bar and begins to play. And you've heard him play a few times now, and it just instantly fills the room with vibrations and music and emotion.
You keep it down, please.
Oh
Oh no, it's
Fen,
wonderful.
have yourself a coffee. Come on.
He
Come
plays
on, have a
louder.
coffee. You'll feel better.
From the bit I tasted on the wind, the coffee was good.
The song takes a bit of a somber turn, getting a little slow and a bit sad at the end. And you watch as the woman at the counter kind of wipes a tear from her eye, and she sort of nods, and she's like, "All right, you keep it. It's yours." And he smiles and kind of gives a nod, and he kind of takes the lute and kind of holds it under his arm.
Wow.
Is he at the table now, or no?
Yeah, he came over to the table.
That was some beautiful playing.
Thank you. I told the owner of the establishment that if she had an instrument, I could use it to make her cry, and if she cried, she would give it to me. And took me up on the offer.
Incredible.
Froggy, you're a god, right?
I'm gonna go with yes. Yes.
A little bit.
Do you know of Snake God?
Yes. Yes, I know of a snake god.
Does it look like
Nana
this?
forgot about this, and now it's coming flooding back, and she's angry about it.
You see him staring at this necklace, like, eyes wide a bit.
Oh, that's the one the person gave you.
Yeah, gave me.
Gorbjorn, is that what you told her?
Why is everyone talking so loudly?
Nana is actually, like, in a very, like, sharp whisper, and if that's enough to get Ben angry, like, he's just not gonna be able to be pleased.
He's gonna have a rough time.
He's gonna have a rough time today.
Broggy has his eyes fully focused on this necklace. Yes, that would be an image of Jormungandr.
I'm sorry. The world serpent. And I'm assuming a lot, assuming that Nana would hear about Jormungandr, but I feel like that's like a core myth of this.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's heard about it to an extent. It is considered to be one of the gods who died in the war.
Okay.
Where did you acquire this?
Dagwood gave it to me.
I need you to roll
Gorbjorn.
deception, please.
Gorbjorn.
That would be a 6.
Okay, Broggy rolled like a 29.
Yeah, Nana's just like arms crossed, glaring across the table at Gorbjorn. He knows better.
None of
Why
my
does everybody
business
look so
was
mad?
about it.
What?
It's really not my business where you acquired this from. Is he dead? You all seem to be aware if gods are alive or not.
It is said that Jormungandr, the world serpent, did die in the war between the gods. That is what the legends say.
Is Loki dead?
Yes. So the legends say. I mean, it was also said that you had vanished from the earth and were considered dead, and yet here you stand before us now.
He best be dead. And he kind of back in his chair and
Well, from what I've heard about him, that's probably for the best.
it's for the best. So you told this woman that I was a god and that I would go see her.
Nana glares a little at Gorbjorn and kicks his ankle under the table. Well, it wasn't very well thought out. But I'm afraid it did come out in conversation, yes.
Sure. Why
Sorry
not?
about that. She is the only one we've mentioned it to. We've kept it quiet otherwise. At least I sure hope so. She kind of glares across at, everybody else who went and got drunk last night.
I would appreciate if we could keep that amongst ourselves best we can.
I think that would be best.
You know, Nana didn't say it. Don't give her the third degree. We could have left you in a hole in the ground. Don't blame her.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
directed at me anyhow, Fen. It's all right.
Question, did the alcohol help?
No, nothing helps.
Yeah.
Mm.
It
Different
seems to have-
medicines for different people.
Yeah.
Here, wait. So is Snake good or bad?
I would go out on a limb. Once again, I'm trying not to make assumptions about people I have known for a very long time. I'm going to say bad.
Sort of what I was worried about, but
I don't think it's his fault, though. I don't blame him. But not good.
So it's bad to have room full of snakes like this.
probably.
I wouldn't think it's the best.
But at the same time, she's someone Ave trusted explicitly, and he had to have had a reason.
Bro, you have Identify, right?
I do not.
Hmm.
Uh,
Goes back consulting spells. Did I? No.
no, none of you nerds have Identify.
Boo!
I know what this is. It's a snake. They live on the ground. They crawl on their bellies. I can identify that. I don't need a spell to do it. It's a snake.
Nana pats Fen gently on the head. Drink your coffee, Fen.
I forgot to say, Dagwood said that she wanted everybody to come in a group this time because she didn't really like when people were coming one by one
One by one.
or something.
How do you mean? What does
She
mean by
said
that?
you all came to see her in small groups.
Well, Fen, Gorbjorn, and I all showed up at the same time.
Well, then I showed up afterward, and
Oh, you were going to. Oh, that's right. That's right. We advised you to circle around the block. You had something else to discuss with her. Did you get the answers you needed?
I asked if she needed any help with what she was doing, and then I helped her for a while, and came back here and challenged Fen to a drinking contest.
And I'm
Nana's
pretty
kind
sure
of
I
like
won.
nodding, and like there's gears turning in her head as she's hearing all this, and she's not saying anything, but she's kind of like looking across the table at Ro and kind of like rubbing her chin, and there's just this furrow in her brow that he will know from many years of living next door to her. She's on to you, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a baby.
I mean, like, you can make me roll if you want me to roll, but she's got some suspicions.
Yeah, roles aren't always necessary. If there's a feeling in a character's gut from a character who's known somebody basically their whole lives, that's
Hmm.
fine.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be kind for us to keep her waiting too late, although she didn't want to be disturbed too early in the morning, I know that much.
Can we go shopping?
What is it that you need, Gorbjorn? And no, you are not going to sell off that necklace. Gorbjorn. Gorbjorn?
Just eating bacon, like piling it through like the helmet, trying to hide who he is. Like,
Gorbjorn.
From
gotta go, just busy.
from across the table, or wherever Gorbjorn is, I point to him and just whisper a little message cantrip and say, don't try to fence stolen goods in the town you stole them in.
don't fence them. Just don't fence them in the town from which you stole it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, yep.
I got more gold.
Is there something specific you'd like to purchase?
More weapon. Like, he just looked like pointing at his sword, kind of on the back.
I could use some more fabric. I wouldn't mind going shopping.
Sure, it's still
Might
a
be
little
good
early.
way to- Yeah.
We will need to buy more rations, and I'll need more arrows, which I can craft mostly myself, but it'll take me time. Quite a bit of time, actually.
Maybe let's see whether or not the local weaponsmith has some on a nice deal. We'll see what sort of what's available. We'll see what's available.
Let's
Well,
do a quick bit
there's
of
also the small problem of, as Roshan is aware, I have no money.
Well,
Oh, I've got so much money. Saga grabs a bag, puts it on the table. It's really heavy. Opens it up. Only copper pieces, and just a lot of copper.
That's
This-
a lot of money.
Oh, no!
Look at all
Yes!
the money.
This guy, I gave him this cool necklace that I found once, and he gave me this huge bag. And I was like, well, this is all I need forever, probably. So, yeah.
Do you see all the money she's got? How long has she had this?
We haven't been in the town.
Well, it's certainly great in quantity. Value, well, we'll count it out and we'll see what we've got, right?
You're counting all day. Look at this. She's rich. She's filthy rich.
Fen. Do you recall the gold piece that we were trading with last night?
That was one. This is many.
What?
Mhm.
It looks different than these, doesn't it?
Yes, in that it was singular.
Nana will pull out one of her very few remaining gold pieces and hold it up next to the copper piece. Do they look the same?
They're metal. They're little metal discs.
I think that one's just polished.
One is copper, one is gold. And copper is not worth as much as gold when trading in cities.
Oh.
Why would they make the other colors different?
It's
Because
for
it's shiny!
it's for different values of purchases, different values of transactions. When something is worth a lot, when something is big, or when something requires a lot of time or a lot of skill to make, it will cost more. And it's easier to pay with one gold coin, see, rather than the equivalent of, she'll scoop up a handful of copper coins, this many of copper.
Oh,
It's easier to carry, you see.
uh-oh.
Don't worry.
Yes.
I'm rich.
So I'm going to go ahead and do us usually there's a shopping kind of episode. I'm going to do a shopping montage.
I love shopping montages. Let's 80s film this up.
So here's my shopping montage. Everybody walking through town, bags in hand. walking
Yeah.
If you are buying, here are the things that I'm going to just bring up quickly, and if there's any particulars, you can ask me. You're definitely able to find a blacksmith and things of the like. A ration is a copper. An arrow is a copper. Is there anything else anybody in particular needed besides rations? Fabric, I would say, how much fabric are you looking for? You find a seamstress in town.
I like to collect the exotic fabrics from different places, so they're like signature stuff. And
You're looking for something, Aaron Toft special.
yeah, something local. Maybe if you made it, or like something you guys specialize in.
I have something you might like. Let me show you. You watch as this old woman kind of waddles over and starts going through the fabrics. The whole wall is just fabrics and spindles as she pulls them around. All right, how about this one? And she pulls it out, and it is a hand-knitted set of, like, the fabric is multiple scales. It's just scales upon scales of a fish, shining in blues and purples.
Oh, that's so perfect. Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I would say if you're looking for a yard, this is pretty good stuff. I would need probably 3 silver.
I don't have any silver. I only have copper. Can you take copper instead?
I can take copper. I'll need like 30 copper. Do you have 30 copper?
Oh, probably. And she pulls out her bag of copper
Oh
and
my
starts
god,
counting.
she's one of those people who pays in pennies at the grocery store.
That's a lot of money.
Oh my god.
Oh, but that's what Nana said, but she said it's not as good as gold.
Yeah, but look at all this fabric you're buying.
It's true.
But what do you mean? Do you want me to buy more fabric?
Oh
Would you
my
like to
god,
buy
of
more
course he
fabric?
does.
Sorry?
Would you like to buy more fabric?
Well, if you have more specials, then of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Up and like runs to the other side of the room. Sort of a quick walk. And she grabs and she pulls it out, and it is another sort of bluish pattern meant to look like swirling waves. How about this?
Oh, yes, yeah.
This one will be a little cheaper. It'd be probably for a yard. It would be, you know what, if you give me 10 copper for this one, I think that'll do. So if you give me 40 copper in all, you can have both.
Okay, sure.
All right. Paying my rent. And she like laughs and she starts like, and she goes and she cuts off 2 yards of these fabric and she hands them to you. All right.
Amazing.
Made my day.
Oh, mine too, absolutely. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, I hope you have a good time making whatever you want to make.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out when I get there. Do you know if anyone around here sells any interesting trinkets?
Interesting trinkets. There's a bookstore, and sometimes they have weird shit there, but I don't know how to read, so I can't say I've been inside.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
You as well.
And she waddles off, and she kind of just like scrapes the money across the counter, like into her apron, and like carries it back. Anybody else? Anything in particular?
At the weapon shop, would they have anything magical, perchance?
This kind of older dwarven guy looks you over. He mostly speaks in grunts.
Same
And
here.
you both just kind of grunt at each other for a minute.
Pointing and grunting.
You do not. He does not have anything magical to give.
I'll take a great axe though.
Great axe. Great axe. One moment. Is anybody else looking for anything?
Is this the smith that would sell arrows, or do I have to go to a Fletcher or something like that to get that?
You can go here.
Okay.
He grunts at you, and then he like presents like a copper and arrow.
40 of them, please. Gorbjorn, you have lots of gold. Please pay for those. I'll use them to shoot at the people you don't like.
Good.
That's a good investment.
After some more grunting conversation, he informs you that a great axe would be 30 gold pieces.
I'm going to put the plate I took off the wall and put it on the counter and grunt back at him.
He kind of looks at you and he looks at the plate. He grabs the great axe off the wall and the arrow is requested and he sets them down. And he goes and he takes this plate of gold.
Amazing! All right, so his treasure hoarding has paid off, at least to a degree. But we shouldn't incentivize him to do that too much.
It's too late.
Oh no!
Saga, you find this bookshop, and the weird trinkets you see here are like taxidermied animals and fish.
Oh gosh. No, I walk in and then walk out.
Whoop, and you're back out. Yes, Nana?
Nana wants to look into what various kinds of provisions there are to be found around the town. Reasonable enough to find rations for a copper apiece, but she wants to see if there's anything, different that we might be able to bring along that'll add a little variety to what we eat as we're heading back
Fish.
toward London.
Yeah, I was about to say, you find,
there's that.
You find fish jerky.
Eel?
Okay. Some
Yeah.
fish jerky sounds like something that, at the very least, if she can get some to keep long enough to bring it back to Galunder, it'd be an interesting thing to give to maybe some of younger neighbors and cousins
There's
and whatnot.
some fish jerky, and there's some like dried squid and things of that nature.
Oh, nifty. Okay, how much for some of that?
I'd go about the same. Like a ration of it is a copper.
Okay, cool. In the midst of all of that, she's kind of also going to be like peeking around at whether or not there's maybe like an armory that might have something slightly tougher than her leather armor, something that might be able to help her to not get knocked around quite so hard in the middle of combat.
I don't ask for a lot. I ask to not be injured.
I would prefer not to be injured if possible. That would be nice.
The person you end up talking to, the armorer, kind of a grizzled looking woman who's like one eye is just like frosted over completely.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're looking for better than the leather you got, either you're gonna have to dip into metal or like a studded leather.
Well, I understand that armor sets are rather expensive to come by. How much would a studded leather set run?
About 40 gold pieces.
Yes, I'm afraid that is rather outside my budget. I don't suppose it would be any cheaper to modify an existing set, although I'd imagine that would take a while.
It would take some time, and it would probably end up around the same price, because really, from what you're looking at, the next step is studded.
Okay, all right. I appreciate it. I thank you very much.
Yeah. Come back when you have the gold.
Yeah, all right. That's fair. Nana knows her thing. Yeah, that's all right.
You all make your way around town into the afternoon, about noon. You've done your shopping. Are you ready to head over to Dagwood's place?
I think so.
All right. If there's nothing else anybody needed, and you can always get it later.
Can I just stop at like a bakery or something and get some buns?
Aw.
Sure.
Are you gonna bring them to Dagwood?
Yeah.
Sorry for bugging you multiple days in a row.
How many buns are you looking for here?
Oh, enough for everyone.
Okay.
Maybe actually a few more because Gorbjorn probably would have quite a few.
Okay, so it's gonna be about 2 copper a bun, 12 copper, 14 copper, 16 copper. So 16 copper for everybody, including Dagwood.
Okay.
And
Dagwood mentioned another person with her, so
She's got a goblin.
yes.
Don't say that.
the baker looks at you. A goblin?
Just a
Is-
very strange, pinched-faced looking fellow we noticed.
Oh, you mean Thomas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I was talking about the person at Dagwood's house.
And Nana will wrap an arm around Fenn's shoulder and whisper,
What are you doing? Don't touch me.
Sorry.
Sorry, he's really hungover. Nana, could you take him outside?
I think that might be best. Fen, let's take a breather outside just for a little while, all right?
Oh, I find it smells good in here, though.
I understand. We'll stay not very far outside the window, okay?
Or you're not allowed in shops
gesture with
either.
him, pleading like that.
Oh.
Yeah, the bakery woman kind of squinting his fen is let out. Did he say Dagwood?
Yes.
Guys!
Interesting. Well, here's your buns.
Thank you.
She kind of watches you all walk out. All right.
People don't like Dagwood around here or something.
No, they decidedly don't. That was something that I probably should have mentioned when we were discussing things over breakfast. She's got... I don't know. The townsfolk don't take very kindly to her or to her companion. But we shouldn't talk about it too loudly, where most anyone could hear.
Are goblins not okay either?
Not in a lot of civilized places, I'm afraid. He seems fine, as their folk tend to go, but, you know, there's stories about packs of them that roam around in the wilderness and, you know, just kill people for fun.
Just people trying to get by. They're not.
Yes, I know
they're
that.
not harmful.
I'm not the one you'd have to convince, Fen, but that's not our battle to fight here.
And that one is particularly adorable. Did you see him?
He was also furious with us for breaking his house.
He was cutely furious.
Fen...
Are you okay, Fen? What is...
It was wait till you see him. He's adorable.
I mean,
Oh.
he kind of is, except he's also very upset with us, so let's just try not to
I'm
make
very
it
upset
like
with you.
we're-
Why did you put me in a headlock inside the bakery?
Have a bun.
Sorry.
Let's
Just
go.
stuffs a bun in Fen's mouth. Here, hangover food.
I'm gonna say you guys start to make your way over to Dagwood's place. You can see a bit ahead of you, starting to head away from Dagwood's door, is a well-dressed man. He's probably maybe in his later 40s. Pretty good looking for his age. Very like trimmed hair and beard. Very stern look on his face as he storms down the steps and down the road.
Do we recognize him?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You guys do not recognize this man. Go ahead.
I thought she didn't have visitors. I thought no one liked her.
That's what I thought as well, but we might have brought some unwanted attention her way. I won't rule that out as a possibility.
Should I give him a bun?
I wouldn't recommend talking with him at the moment.
Maybe expensive pin.
I still don't understand why they're so expensive. I mean,
Why are these pins so expensive?
Nana's going to walk up to Dagwood's door. Not gonna have this conversation in the middle of the town square.
Can you describe any more details about the guy that just walked out?
Me in 20 years.
Fen is
Yeah, sure, easy enough.
yeah. Fen's trying to clock him because it just doesn't make sense to him that no one goes to this house, but like we go there the second day and somebody's leaving.
Oh yeah. Like I said, older man, later 40s. A bit of salt and pepper in the hair. Hair pretty short and slicked back. Trimmed pretty close to the face. Beard, not exactly the exact style of the area with a lot of people you've seen with bigger beards and then, filigree and braiding. Wearing nicer clothes.
Clothes, not armor.
No armor.
Okay.
It's just nicer clothing.
Tall, big. Can he handle himself in a fight? Like,
He doesn't look like, if you're doing comparisons, it's not like he's super muscular. He's built enough that he looks like he could handle himself okay in a fight, but you don't see any weapons on him, and it's not like he has any visible scars, or it doesn't look like he's incredibly muscular. He's just slightly toned.
All right, Fenn's just gonna make a mental note of what this guy looked like.
Okay. Nana goes over and pulls on the cord, getting away from the pin conversation. You hear grumbling inside almost instantly.
Oh no.
The door is pulled open slightly, and he goes,
Yes, we're here for our appointment.
you watch as Morden opens the door fully and like looks up at the group. Come inside.
All right.
Oh, you are adorable.
I told you.
He squints at you. Thanks. Come inside.
Your cinnamon roll energy was too powerful.
His lips are just like pulled thin as he kind of glares at the group as you all walk in.
Thugger, give him a bun. Give him a bun.
Oh, yes, I brought buns. Here you go.
He looks at it, and he takes the bun, and just he kind of pulls down his coverings over his face, and just like long, wide mouth just opens sort of like a chest, and he just places it inside, and his mouth goes, and he just covers his mouth back up, and you hear just aggressive chewing sounds.
Fascinating.
I'm upstairs. Be careful on the stairs.
We
Yeah.
will be.
I think I'll stay outside.
If you do, perhaps
the
stay
door
around the
behind you.
side.
Everyone was invited in.
That is true.
Yeah. Dagwood kind of wanted us all to be here so she wouldn't have to see us later in case you wanted to remember something you had to talk about. Like, you should probably come.
You all enter this home. Some of you have been in before, very crowded and full of books and papers and knickknacks and things just everywhere. For Saga, a dream.
This is where all the knickknacks in the town went.
For Nana, it is a nightmare. She has very vivid flashbacks of falling into that pile of papers just over there yesterday.
Just, oh God. You all make your way to
She
the back.
still feels the globe that like fell off the one shelf when Gorbjorn knocked into it, bashed into her head.
You follow Morden to the back. You see on the steps that there's just a piece of thin, flat wood. So it's like stairs, ramp, and then stairs. The amount that it has been fixed.
Oh boy.
You all make your way up, and you see that he kind of sticks to the edge of the wooden piece on the floor, trying not to put too much weight in the center.
Can I test his new sturdy step?
I mean, listen, if you jump, honestly,
It's not a jump, it's a stomp.
yeah.
Maybe.
You from testing it out, you think if you jumped, you could break through it.
Okay. Just in case.
Yeah, a little bit of a stomp on it does not, but you can see like the way it kind of bows inwards a bit. You're like, yeah, I could break this.
Just in case you wanted to like accidentally fall through and just drop the necklace there so no one would know it was gone.
You all make your
Gorbjorn
way
can do that.
upstairs, back to the room that is slightly more orderly, which is some sort of working space for Dagwood. Dagwood is seated at a desk, looking over some books as she kind of slowly turns a page, and glances over at you. Hello, welcome back. Just be aware, before you look to your left, Ave is there, but he is under a blanket.
Thank you for the warning.
Buns?
We're less comfortable. Oh, the girl from the night, right?
Yes, nice to see you again.
And
Yes.
Did you find what you were looking for?
No, I'm afraid not. But she does hold her hand out for a bun, and slowly starts eating it. Well, I asked you all to come back because I wanted a bit of a trade for the work that I will be doing for Ave's body.
that's only fair.
Roshan, you were incredibly helpful. I will say you assisted me with not the process itself, but the keeping the body transportable. This way it should be safe. I'm not saying it is fully safe against any sort of outlying forces, but it should be much more difficult to lose him to those sorts of situations. Corruption, the undead. So it should be fine, unless, you toss him into just like a corrupted pit. I don't know. I will say...
Can't imagine doing that, but...
Never know. You said your name was Gorbjorn, correct? She looks at Gorbjorn.
Yeah.
I heard that you fell through the stairs yesterday. I'm incredibly sorry about that.
No problem. Didn't hurt.
That's good. I'm happy you didn't get hurt. I will say, I'm not sure if you saw anything strange, but I have an item that went missing.
That is weird. I couldn't see much down there.
Of course.
You
Let me
seem well
describe
in
it.
the book. I've taken watch with you.
The item that's missing is a golden necklace, that of a snake. It is the item of the consumed. It is almost a beacon to show those who are willing to be consumed by the great snake when the time comes.
I would like to insight check her.
Go ahead.
Somebody with wisdom, please.
Saga is being very obviously like, oh, Gorbjorn has that.
Master 20.
If you,
Half the
Like-
party looking at Gorbjorn.
yeah,
What'd you get, Rashawn?
Master 20.
You don't think she's lying.
Okay. Then, as she's badgering Gorbjorn, I'm gonna give him a nice firm tap on the back and catch eyes with him and just nod.
I'm gonna drop it behind me and go like, oh, there it is!
oh,
Dagwood smiles. Morden looks so fucking mad. Dagwood kind of smiles. Astounding how that happened. Would you mind picking it up and handing it to me, please?
Fine, yeah, I pick it up and kind of shakingly give it to her.
She takes it. Thank you very much. Wouldn't want you to get consumed. She puts the necklace on.
You want consume?
There's just a small smile in the corner of her mouth. Of course. That's exactly what I want. And that is where we will take our break for today. We're going to take us a nice 10-minute break as everyone squints at me. If you guys need to, you can go get a snack, do what you got to do. We'll be back in 10 minutes to continue our story. Thank you for being here so far. Can't wait to continue this in exactly 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
You guys then, 10 minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On the Backs of Gods. We just got back from our break where our group just got up, had some nice breakfast, went on the town for a little shopping, maybe gave out some secrets because everybody's very straightforward in this group, and went to go see Dagwood, where Gorbjorn very casually gave back the necklace he stole or found on the floor right behind him.
Yes, naturally. Oh, how did that get there?
Dagwood placed this necklace that she said was the necklace of the consumed around her own neck, and you asked her if she wanted to be consumed, and she replied with yes. And that's where we left off, was with this confirmation. She kind of looks over the group, she didn't say anything weird.
Interesting.
Right.
Justed as hell, not weird.
Just one person in the back of the group. hot.
Caliente.
Wow.
That's Elvish, by the way.
Um, so thank you for finding my necklace. Very appreciative. I will say it's actually a very good segue into what I would like to ask you all to do for me.
All right.
There is a cave on the cliff near the waterline. It fills up pretty aggressively during high tide, but during low tide, it is, you should be able to explore it.
About how long does a tide last? Do you know?
At least 6 hours,
All right.
depending on when you go out. I would like you to venture into this cave for me. It is not exactly something I am very talented at. I think there is something a bit malicious in there. At least that's what the town folks say. Rumors of monsters. But you survived the valley, so I thought it seemed only right to ask you to do this. It can't be as bad.
Well, I certainly would be astonished if anything was quite as horrific as what we've seen in the valley so far. Yes, so sure, why not?
I would agree. Now, I would like you to go into this cave. I believe this is, I don't know, a wizard, perhaps? I don't know. Some sort of magic user, somebody who worshipped Jormungandr. I need you to go into this cave, retrieve any papers, relics that resemble snakes that you might find. Anything else you find there is yours for the taking.
I'm sure Gorbjorn's excited about that.
There are fun things to steal in there.
Steal what?
I don't
Never.
sweating. All right.
Just sweating all over. What? No, that's not me.
Just sweating through a helmet.
So that is my request, and I will do this last rites ceremony for Ave. Also, I read over his will. I decided to not ask about it at the time. I decided to get started on Ave first. It said I would do something to the relic. I would like the relic, please.
Saga?
Oh, yeah. This. She'll take off the ring.
Are you sure this is the right juncture for that? Is this the right moment to hand that over?
I don't see any reason why not. I mean, it's going to need this blessing before we can take it back to Galunda anyhow.
Very well.
She takes it from Saga's hand and examines it. You watch as it changes size slightly to fit her hand. Interesting. Do you know what this is?
Fine.
We suspect that it was a ring that once belonged to Odin. Perhaps
How is Bragi
more
reacting to
deeply
this?
connected to Odin.
Bragi, if you glance around for him, has stayed very far at the back of the group, like a few steps back. Arms kind of crossed in on himself, and he's mostly taking in his surroundings, not focusing incredibly hard on this conversation. She examines it. So you believe this is a ring that Odin would wear?
Perhaps, or perhaps it may have been, I don't know, somehow generated using some of his power, possibly. We're not certain.
I'm not sure if this is just not your area of expertise or if you are lying to me. That is fine. I believe that this is carved from Odin himself. That's the only way it could have this much power in it, I believe. That was my guess at the beginning.
Well, it was a guess I had, but no more than a guess. I'm a ranger. I'm no artisan.
Well, consider yourself informed. This is indeed probably the worst thing you could be caught with in the West, correct? And
Probably.
she examines it. She does not put it on her hand. Right. I will do the blessing. And she places the ring on the table next to her. And you see that she like kind of scans the group, and then her eyes find Broggy. I had some questions, if that's all right. Broggy kind of snaps back into the conversation. I suppose that's fine. First question. What's the strangest thing about traveling with mortals? That's just an interest I have. Is it strange? Just surround yourself with normal people? What was the weirdest thing that happened? You see Broggy thinks for a moment. The acceptance and hatred were definitely things that I expected. That's normal. The strangest thing, and he smiles a little. Nobody asked me very many questions. Nobody asked me of Valhalla or the gods. I don't know if it was out of kindness or just a lack of interest. I'm not sure. But I wasn't asked about too much. And you watch as she nods and looks at him. I will certainly be asking about all of that. Go ahead.
Well, my lady Satyr, you don't need to worry about that kind of stuff if you follow her. She'll take care of everything. I mean, that's why I wasn't curious.
I thought it wasn't my place to delve into a place of pain.
I do not think you were wrong or right not to ask. I just thought it was strange. That's all. You, Dagwood, you seem like you're knowledgeable of the gods. And to some extent, working with bodies, and he motions over to Ave. I will answer every question you have for me, if you would be willing to help me. Oh, I'm not sure what sort of service I could do for a god, but I'd be happy to try. Broggy walks forward and he pulls up his shirt to show the branding on his stomach. Is there something that can be done about this? She examines it. She like leans down and is like, her face is like an inch from his stomach as she looks at it.
Is it still pretty raw looking? Does it look like it's healed over at all?
It looks like it's completely healed over. As in, it is now just a permanent looking scar of those symbols. She examines it. I will make no promises, but I will certainly try. Broggy nods. I request that you stay here with me so that you may talk to me while I work, to keep me entertained with stories. And when I am done working, I will help you with your problem. Broggy looks over at the group. Do you think you can handle the cave on your own?
Cave monster! Cave monster!
Well, in fairness, Broggy, I think it would be best if you stayed and rested yourself for a while. You've been through just as much of a turmoil as we have been, and arguably, you're worse the wear for it than any of us are currently. I think perhaps if you wish to stay with Dagwood, it might well do you good.
I think I'll stay here for the time while you all are out doing this job. I'll keep an eye on the proceedings.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank all of you for what you have done.
Thank you as well.
We're not leaving. We're coming back, and then we're gonna like meet up again and everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll wait right here.
We'll see you
Make sure,
soon.
make sure you tell her about Lady Satyr and everything that she's doing. Okay.
Gotta make sure you evangelize, or else you're not doing it right.
I will tell her everything I know of Lady Satyr.
Okay.
And you see, like, Dagwood, who is pretty straight-faced most of the time, there's a bit of just, like, almost a giddy little smile. Okay, first question. And you just see Broggy's just like, is it about, Jormungandr? And she's like, yes, it's very much about Jormungandr. Thank you all. I would get there as soon as low tide hits. And be careful. Once again, anything you find that is not, I suppose, snake related, you may keep. I care not for it. Any interesting scrolls, I'd love to see those.
Do you know about what time during the day low tide tends to hit?
She goes over and she pulls like down on a string and like pulls down a whole just kind of cycle of the day.
Amazing. I love it.
You're presented with a good time to head out, which is pretty soon. So if you start heading that way now, you'll be there around the time low tide is starting. If you're too early, you can wait a moment, and then you will eventually see the opening of the cave, and then you can make your way inside. If there's any other questions, I will do my best to answer them, but I really don't know. I don't leave the house, and poor Morden certainly can't leave the house. And he needs to get back to his studies. And you watch Morden grumble and make his way over to a desk with multiple books on it, where he starts like kind of like makes a show of turning pages. He's very much a good student. I think he'll surpass me, honestly. Well,
I have many questions, but I'm sure they can all wait until we've accomplished this task for you. Froggy, be safe.
the same to you. If any of you are critically injured, if you were able to get back to me, I'm sure I can do something about it.
Thank you.
I am going to run down the stairs like he just told a teenager dinner's ready, jumping over like the last 7 steps, while all the time going, "Hey, monster!"
Oh my god! While all of that is kind of going on, Nana does kind of want to like gravitate over towards Ave and just have a small quiet moment just over there.
Do you pull back the covering? He's covered with a white cloth currently.
Can I roll for that? I feel like Nana is conflicted on that point.
Set a number for yourself that, like 10 and up or 10 and down, I do this, 11 and up, I do that. So go ahead and roll and tell me what you do.
I think she steels herself and she does sort of pull back the edge of the sheet just a little bit.
Roshan, you see Nana over there. Would you take a glance?
Yeah.
Okay. Nana, you see that all of his clothes have been removed. He's very pale. Still looks as if he's sleeping. No marks or anything on the body besides anything prior to death. Roshan, that's what catches your attention, is that you don't see any of those markings that you applied the night prior. You see Dagwood kind of pipes up. Oh, also, she points, I put his belongings over there. His sword, his clothing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course. I'm not sure what your traditions entail, but the sword does have magical properties.
I think it would be best if we kept it with us, if that's all right by you.
You're welcome to take it. It is, she goes over and picks it up and hands you Ave's short sword, which for whoever is going to wield it, it is a +1 short sword.
Boy.
I mean, in fairness, Nana already does have her spears. She would kind of glance to anybody else who's in the room to see if anybody's showing keen interest in it.
No,
This is your family sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Ave's sword or is it Hertha's father's sword?
It is Hertha's father's sword, which is still technically family, but it is the sword he received on his wedding night.
Okay. No, you should wield that. That's yours. That's yours until you can return it to Ave's child.
Okay.
Oh. Dagwood looks over at the group. A child?
Yes.
Not one that we've met.
Oh.
His bride was with child at the time that we left on our mission.
How beautiful for him.
Oh no.
I can only hope that my little nibbling is all right. I don't know how long out Hertha was from birth, but probably not long.
Saga, are you all right?
Oh, I just, I forgot about that. It's just so sad that little baby's not gonna know that he ever existed.
We'll tell him stories.
Yeah, you should do that.
Plenty.
We're all stories in the end. Just leave good ones for those who survived to remember us by, and leave good enough feelings in them that they'll want to tell them.
You all are very poetic. Are they always this poetic? She looks over at Bragi. Bragi nods. Well,
I think Ave made it sort of a foregone conclusion, don't you think? The way he used to go on.
he does not stop talking. Ever. I'm not sure I got many words in.
I've been told the same thing.
It's not a bad quality.
Nana kind of like sets a hand on Saga's shoulder and gives it a gentle little squeeze.
Right. You do not want to miss out on...
I'm just going to kind of leave the room and let Nana have her moment, and he's going to go find Gorbjorn outside.
Yeah.
You'll find me ringing the doorbell.
Yeah.
Like,
It won't be very much longer. I'm sure that bell ringing is just driving everybody up the wall.
Gordon grabs his book and screams as he just yells on the chair. Dagwood unfazed. Well, excited to see what you bring back. Hopefully something. I hope it's not, a useless mission where you acquire nothing and just risk your lives for no reason.
I suppose we'll find out.
Tell me about it when you get back. I have questions to ask a god about. Very interesting. And she turns, and you see that she goes over and she grabs a book and she opens it and you can see handwritten notes. My first question, and you can just see Bragi just kind of slip back in his chair a little bit, already exasperated.
Give him a hug before we leave.
He smiles and he wraps an arm around you. Be safe.
You too.
I will certainly try. And he smiles at you as all of you start to make your way out. The jingling of bells just aggressive throughout the whole house. You cover Ave's body back up and make it all the way out. And you all are now officially together outside of Dagwood's home. What would you guys like to do?
a monster.
Suppose we head to the beach.
Nana will kind of tighten her belt a little bit and adjust the short sword and sort of look around to the group. I know Telodric won't be with us for this, but I think we should be able to handle it if it's minimally staffed, minimally guarded. If we're smart, we should be okay.
I don't know what we're facing. Maybe we should bring some healing with, because we don't have a cleric. How many healing potions are left among us?
I've got one.
Got one as well. Someone else can take that.
I've also got good berry. That'll be good to pull someone up in a pinch. It won't be for much, but it'll pull you back if we have to.
I had no idea that I had this. As she pulls out another healing potion.
Do you have any more stuffed anywhere?
Oh, well, it probably would take me a while to look through the bag.
Let's head on our way, and maybe you can look in your bag on the way there.
Right, you all have 3 lesser healing potions.
Mine just says potion of healing.
All right.
That'll be the lesser rather than greater or superior.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
the one Ave gave us at the start of the journey.
Yes.
We've been holding on to those a long time.
Fen
We're worried to use them.
Fen doesn't know where his went. He pulled it out and then he immediately got knocked to 0 hit points, and somebody used it somewhere.
Yeah, I think somebody wound up using it to raise either him or somebody else up from unconsciousness.
I think they used it on you because never mind. I don't need to sidetrack the story, but
Who knows?
I think
Anyway.
But Fen knows his is gone. That's all.
You all make your way down to the beach. As you make your way kind of along the shoreline towards the sheer edge of the cliff towering above you, Saga, you walk by your sand temple, which is mostly caved in on itself and is a bit of a lump, but you know that it's there, having surely been crushed by the tide at some point, but is now currently just slightly alive.
I fix it.
Saga stops and is like, just give me a second.
I mean, like, she could just use mending on it.
Oh, no, just Molder does a little bit of that.
I don't know if I could say mending would fix a sandcastle. I think it would turn it back into like shells or something. Is that what would happen? What happens if you use mending on sand?
It makes glass? I don't know.
No, because there's no fire involved, and it's also so it would, I guess, make the sand into bigger rocks, like if they were from the same rock.
Coral or like shells or rocks. Anywho, I don't want to think too hard about that. It's a rabbit hole. Of what does sand become when you fix it?
Rocks.
Bigger rocks. Bigger sand. You all make your
It's
way.
like geometry flying past seashells.
Taking a moment for Saga to fix up her temple quickly. You put a little stick on top. And it's not back to its exact former glory, but it's definitely better.
We're in a hurry.
Yeah, we got places to be. You make your way forward, all of you moving along. You can see that the tide has gone down a good bit. As you make your way to the cliff edge, you can see that there is a sign stuck in the sand, a wooden sign, and on it says, it's basically a warning. It says caution.
Oh, mage armor.
Mage armor.
Ooh, that's a good point.
What level is mage armor?
It is 1 I need to roll.
Yes, please.
Nana would like to spend an action to
Waste my natural 20 on that wild magic roll.
Wowie.
Very efficiently mage armor.
Oh, yeah.
That primeval
Caution.
awareness.
It's the magest of armors.
Yes. Caution sword.
What was that, Nana?
Nana's going to spend an action to kind of expand her senses with primeval awareness. She's no longer in her favored tundra element, but even still, she's got 1 mile of radius, able to detect aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. So, would be a good thing to know if that's what we're heading into in this sea cave.
I thought it was just your favorite enemy. Either way.
No, it's not just your favorite enemy. It's but the feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number. This can extend to any of these creatures.
Does it say which one of them it is? Like, does it say you learn?
It doesn't limit it to one specific one that I can see.
I'm asking, do you find that out? Do you find out what one it is?
For 1 minute per level of spell slot you extend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favored terrain.
So not the
And it
specific
includes those
monster,
ones.
but if it is the monster type.
Yeah, and I don't get to know if it's in a specific place or the number of them, but I can tell, like, those ones are there.
Yes.
So, yeah, Celestials is one of those things. And does Roshan being in our party just, like, throw Nana and my calibration off as far as that goes? Because
oh no, celestial geometry flying past my head.
Like having a magnet by a compass somewhere.
If he's been around you guys your entire life, I'd assume you'd get used to him.
Yeah, I'm going to assume elves and non like planetar sort of situations do not set this off.
Okay.
So it's not like an elf would set it off for Fae or something like that.
Okay, all right.
It would have to be something a bit different.
Okay.
But I can tell that there's something here. It seems like I can tell what type is there or what types are there, but I cannot tell what their numbers are or where they are.
I'm not super sure about that, but that's fine.
I can send you the wording if you want to.
Aberration.
Lovely.
Yeah, you sense an aberration nearby.
I don't
in a mile.
Like that. There's something wrong here. It might be in the cave, it might be nearby. There's something not right.
Well, Gorbjorn did say cave monsters.
Well, let's just be careful, alright? We need to approach this carefully as if we are heading into some creature's terrain. We're intruding on its home turf.
You all move forward past the caution sign, and you follow along the edge of the edge of the cliff, kind of blocking by its shadow. And you see up ahead that no longer covered with water, but you can see that it was, as you can see that the stone there is still damp. Something akin to stepping stones. It won't be a super easy cross. You have to jump from stone to stone to make your way up a bit, but there's a bit of a landing just slightly above the water line where you can see the opening of a cave.
All right.
I jump.
Gorbjorn's already gone.
No, Gorbjorn, please.
He only knows jump, and he must.
Okay then. All right, it's fine. As Gorbjorn goes running past, Nana's going to smack him with a level 1 protection from evil and good.
I would like you to roll an unarmed strike.
All right. Let's see. Unarmed strike. 16?
That'll hit.
Yeah, you're able to kind of slap this onto him as he runs by.
Always getting into trouble.
So that's concentration for you.
Yes.
Ben like reaches down into the sea and like scoops up a hand of water and like goes to drink from it. And
What the hell? It's seawater. It's made of salt.
Fen has seen the sea, but from like the tops of cliffs. Like it's the opposite side of the continent. He's never touched the sea, so he had no idea.
Oh, Fen.
You just weren't supposed to drink water out of any body of water without boiling it first.
Nana will hand him her water skin so that he can wash his mouth out.
Oh, God.
Get that washed out. Let's go join Gorbjorn before he gets into trouble, okay?
Gorbjorn, you're already at the entrance of the cave.
Oh, God. Come on.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Do you wait for the group, Gorbjorn?
I am moving very slowly into the cave.
You're kind of like looking at them and you take a step and another step. As you make your way kind of inching into the cave, you can tell just by looking around as water sort of drips onto your head that the cave itself like completely fills up at high tide. The rest of you, it's a little more difficult trying to get over to where Gorbjorn is than for Gorbjorn, who just like marathon just jumps from rock to rock. But you all eventually make it over. It just takes a little bit longer for you guys. But you make it to the entrance of the cave. Gorbjorn's a few feet ahead of you inside. As you enter, it's just the smell of salt water and just moisture. And I'm going to say dank, and you guys are going to accept it. No. There's no.
It smells like onset in here.
Hey, Roshan's like, guys, does it smell like tea in here? Or like, is that just me? You all
Drink tea every day.
You guys enter the cave and you start making your way inside. Here's the question. Are we sneaking? Or
Yeah.
are we walking?
Consensus says sneaking.
Nana's going to.
Was I supposed to?
Saga just walking normally. What?
I said when we were coming up that we would be walking into something's home turf and it would be wise for us to be careful.
I've hunted bears. I would know not to just run into their cave.
Yeah, I would hope so!
Well,
Holly.
somebody stops me. I'll stealth.
Yeah, it seems that stealthing is said to the group. I would like everybody to stealth, please.
19.
8.
Oh no.
I really tried. 11.
Okay.
25.
And
Is that everybody? One more. I think Roshan, did you tell me your number?
19.
Ah, okay. Ah, interesting. It seems we have a tie. You all start making your way slowly into the cave, occasionally being a bit loud of foot as you like step in a puddle and it echoes. The cave, incredibly echoey, is like it's very enticing to make sound, Saga, I gotta say. Just to want to hear all the echoes.
Okay. Well, if I start getting like I probably started crunching, and then I started crunching in like a rhythm, and then if I saw people were getting mad, I'll use my mold earth to like flatten out all the rocks, so it's where I step, it's like just flat, so I don't make so much noise.
Roll Arcana.
Mold earth make noise?
mold earth to not make noise.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
like
but does the mold earth process itself make
Oh.
noise?
That's why I'm rolling Arcana right now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. 18.
It makes a little bit of noise. It probably makes near the same amount of noise as your footsteps, so it's maybe a little better because it's more of a natural sound. But it also does have a bit of a noise to it, a bit of grinding of stone. But it's not incredibly loud.
I can just.
Everyone shrugs at you.
I am.
You all make your way forward. I would love some perception rolls as you guys walk for about 10 minutes.
9.
15.
16.
17.
26.
Well, shit.
Damn.
That's what I'm good
Saga's just like, I see. Oh.
All right. Saga, as you're making your way through, you start to hear a noise up ahead, echoing softly off the walls. Purr, 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 purr. Just soft noises.
First. Hey, Nana.
What is it?
At first, I thought one of us had some bad gas, but I think that there might be, like, a cat or something, or an animal up there.
A what?
Like a cat. I think I hear meowing.
Now that Nana's like listening, Does she recognize that noise?
Roll nature.
Okay.
I think the only reason Saga's thinking cat is because of what Bragi said earlier.
Just everything is going to be like, is it a cat?
Yeah. It's gotta be a cat.
Natural one.
It must be the gas. It's probably just the gas.
Probably just the gas. It's fine.
Yeah, Nana, 100% it's a cat. There's a cat in this cave. There's like some sea cat who's just chilling in this cave being a cat.
I've never heard of sea cats, but I guess that must be what they are.
Well, there's sea lions, so maybe it's just the small version.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Think it tastes
That
good?
sounds bad.
Well, maybe.
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
recommend eating anything that comes out of a wizard's cave, Gorbjorn.
Well, I mean, I guess we should be careful.
Yeah, all of you can hear it now that it has been kind of made to your attention. This kind of soft noise, almost beeping.
Strange.
Sounds like an animal, but none that I've ever heard before.
I mean, I think it rather sounds like a cat, and I suppose if it's in a sea cave, then it's got to be a sea kitten? Sea cub?
Well,
Mm.
I'm just caught up in the thoughts of just sea cats.
Cat.
D&D. Can I talk about just like little mermaid
No,
cats?
don't say that.
Just swimming in the water, just being mermaid cats.
It's a catfish.
You're right. You're right. We can't. You guys hear that sound up ahead?
I suppose.
I walk up.
Gonna be real.
you'd like me to try to get as close as I can and investigate?
I think Gorbjorn already walked away.
He rather did. Why don't you go up along with him just to
All
make
right,
sure he
I'll
doesn't...
follow Gorbjorn very, just speed walking to catch up with Gorbjorn.
Okay. Gorbjorn and Fen, if you're going to stealth, give me stealth rolls, please.
Natural 20.
The sneakiest boy that's ever snuck around.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. Both of you make your way, and you can see that it's been mostly just kind of a straight cave so far. No, like, off-croppings or anything like that. But you can see up ahead, the room starts to open up a bit, and you can see inside from around the corner that there is water-worn tables that are just covered in barnacles and darkened by the water. You can see papers that don't seem to be in terrible condition, a few items scattered about and on the floor. And you see floating through the air, blue tinted, just one large eye in the center, bloodshot red, almost like a little jellyfish, floats through the air and kind of like bumps into a wall.
That doesn't look like a sea cat.
You're not there.
I'm not there.
You don't know if it's a sea cat.
You're not there. You're getting drunk. No, that was last night.
Yeah, you guys see that kind of moving around the room, and it kind of knocks into one of the tables, and like some papers scatter off, and it kind of looks at it and like takes one of its little tentacled hands and like pats the table. Kind of spins around and starts to make the rounds again as it bops into walls.
How far behind is the rest of the party?
I would say the rest of the party is probably like 60 feet behind you.
Gorbjorn, it seems helpless. It seems helpless and harmless. Is it? I don't know what to do with this thing. It
Slowly taking out my great sword, like smiles, like
we could have killed it by now, but I don't know that we need to. Let's just see what the rest think of this.
we'll wait for the rest.
All right.
I'm gonna take out my flint and kukri and kind of flash for the rest to maybe see that and know it's okay to move up.
All right. The rest of the group, I need some stealth, please, if that is what you interpret.
Yeah, I think so. That's what
I
Nana
think
would be
Nana
going for.
and Fen would probably be on the same page.
Unfortunately, Nana is, I guess, really not on her game today. It's a 10.
Nat 20.
Good God.
So
Yeah, Nana really isn't on her game today.
Roshan is a shadow in the night as he moves along the wall.
All right.
got 15.
Okay. Nana, somehow you're just out of your element, it just seems like. That everything's wet and terrible here. You don't want to be here.
It's rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere.
There are no trees, and it's very upsetting and incredibly dark. There's been a bit of light shining in that kind of reflects off of some of like the puddles around the area, but it's not incredibly bright in here, but it does brighten up a bit when you get to this like room expansion. And all of you kind of can peek inside, just a bunch of heads looking around the corner.
Yeah.
You just see this kind of blue jellyfish-like creature, one red eye in the center, bumps into a wall and like pets the wall and then moves along.
What is that?
Saga, not yet. We don't know what it is.
Does Nana recognize it at all from any kind of stories, or?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, you do not.
Fair enough.
Looks like one of Lady Sator's creatures.
Well, I mean, I suppose if
I
you
mean,
squint,
one of Lady Sada's creatures. She has creatures.
Like a jellyfish.
the ones that Saga conjures with her images.
None of them have eyes.
Well, this
He
must be
has an
like a
eye.
really, really good one.
Ones with eyes are better than the ones that are not without eyes.
Well, of course they can see.
This one doesn't look like it can see. It's bouncing off the walls.
It's really dark in here. Maybe we can.
Can I
It's
throw
really-
a rock
what do
on
you mean
like
it's
the
really
opposite
dark in
side of the
here?
cave and see how it reacts to that?
You throw, and it stops dead in the center of the room and like turns towards the rock and makes its way over. And it like pats the rock with its hand. And it like leans down and looks at it and it like gives it a little kiss. And then it floats back up and like starts making its rounds again.
Okay, so while I got
adorable.
the protection from good and evil on me, I am going to step out and start walking towards it.
It stops again and looks at you. And it starts making its way over. It goes to wrap one of its tentacles around you. Are you going to let it?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking
Maybe
out.
like just around the hand. Like dodge a little bit. You want to shake?
It comes over to you, and you can see now that you're close, almost just like tiny little like blue spikes on the tentacle itself as it wraps it around you, and you feel it stab into your skin, and you...
Does it get disadvantage with protection though?
Ooh, you're right, let's find out. Oh no, it's still very high.
Oh no!
You take 14 points of damage as this thing wraps around you and squeezes.
Ah!
What type of damage?
Piercing.
I'm not raging right now.
Oh,
And then it's going to, I need you to give me a I need you to make
I don't have that one.
strength saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
And as it goes in to kiss you, you see a bit of lightning move from its mouth, and you're able to pull out of its grasp before it kisses you. We are in initiative, boys.
Ah! Fighting the sea kitten!
Don't hurt him.
Just Saga yelling, "Don't hurt him" the whole time.
It literally just hurt me. Don't hurt him!
It's killing me. Don't hurt him.
Okay, Nana, what do you got?
For initiative, I've got me oh my, that's a 15.
15. Roshan?
5.
5.
Mm.
Gorbjorn?
22.
22. Fen?
19.
19. And Saga?
8.
8. Perfect. All right, we are officially in initiative with half of you standing in this hallway that leads into this room. Gorbjorn in the middle, next to this weird creature trying to give him a big kiss. But he pulls away just in time. And the creature sort of looks up and just a high-pitched scream emanates from its and it shakes the walls. And then
why is everyone so loud today?
And then thump, thump, thump. You watch as 3 creatures fall from the ceiling. They're small in size, but you can see long black arms as they move forward and start to move on Gorbjorn.
Oh no!
I'm going to roll something for a couple of them real fast.
This is some bad sea kittens.
One of them turns its attention towards the hallway. And it sees all of you standing there. And it just full speed run towards the group and jumps up to engage. It is going to attack. Nana.
No!
This creature comes and it starts to try and wrap its arms fully around your throat and starts to squeeze. Here we go. Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah, it definitely hits. This is why Nana was looking for better armor, y'all.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing starts to squeeze your throat. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
Good. Yes, okay. Ooh, 18.
All right, you're able to break 3. The other 2 are going to go for Gorbjorn.
How are they going before me, eh?
They rolled very good.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, bummer. Mine's still higher. One of them hits you.
You wanted cave monsters, Gorbjorn! You got cave monsters!
You take another 8 points of damage. I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
That's 13.
Okay. You are currently grappled by this thing as it begins to wrap around your neck and starts to choke you. That is the end of their turn, with Gorbjorn surrounded by
Wait, did it have disadvantage?
Those ones did not.
Oh, so they're not aberrations, okay.
It seems not. They seem to have no influence about what just happened and went for you. Nana, give me a con roll, please.
All right.
To see
I
if you
don't like
maintain
that.
concentration.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. 5 ain't gonna do it.
You lose concentration.
God damn it. Okay.
All right, that is the end of their turn. Gorbjorn, you're up.
I'm sorry, Gorbjorn. I can't keep it up.
I rage. Just wanted to hit things. Restless, great weapon master attack. I'm attacking the one that's grappling my neck right now.
Okay.
That will be a 13 to hit.
13 to hit. That does not hit as this tiny thing just like moves around your body as you try and like cut at it. It's very
Come on, not going for great weapon. That would be 17 to hit.
17 hits.
4 plus. So that's 15 damage.
You're able to get a cut on it and it falls off of you limp on the floor.
Oh geez.
That one is dead.
That's my turn.
All right. Ben, you're up. You see currently there is one of them on Nana, one of them trying to get Gorbjorn, and then another one, the large floating creature in front of Gorbjorn as well.
All right, Fenn's senses go crazy right now. And he just heightened awareness, and he casts Zephyr Strike with a bonus action.
Okay.
Using that to give himself advantage on the attack, to loose an arrow at the one that's on Nana's neck with sharpshooter, so ignoring 1/2 and 3/4 cover.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 certainly hits.
All right.
Yeah.
And bouncing back and forth between spells and actions, and we've had an episode off of combat, so I am not the best with numbers. That is a 21 damage.
The arrow hits it dead in the head, Nana, like right in front of your face, and it slumps off of you and falls.
Turning second attack to the big thing that is menacing Gorbjorn.
Okay.
Is a natural 20 with the beautiful Dice Cult logo.
Woo! Yeah, natural 20 certainly hits.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I
should hope.
I did not declare sharpshooter with that one. I intended it, but we'll just ignore that and say that it is doubling dice roll on criticals, right? It's been so long since I have it.
Doubling the number on the dice roll, yes.
Okay. 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And Dread Ambusher attack on that same monstrous thing, this time using sharpshooter.
Okay.
And that is a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit as it explodes against the back wall that arrow destroyed.
All right, and I'm going to use my movement to rush over behind Nana and just kind of make sure she's all right.
Okay, you move over there. Certainly doable. She's not too far away.
You all right?
Way over.
Well, doubled movement too, or basically doubled movement because of Zephyr Strike. So
yeah, she's not very far at all. You could have gotten there normal if you wanted to, but you're there instantly. You check in on her. Anything else?
No, that is the extent of the actions that I can do this turn.
It turns its focus to Gorbjorn and once again reaches out with one of its tentacles.
Oh
With
no!
advantage.
Oh, advantage?
Yeah, because I reckless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's okay. I hit. Nothing too crazy. But you're raging.
Okay.
That's good. That's nice.
Oh no. I don't like that. That was a lot of dice you just rolled.
Kill the small one.
You take 6 points of damage. I already halved it for you of
Thank you.
piercing damage. And give me a strength saving throw, please.
Gladly. 8.
How much?
8.
It pulls you closer. Its mouth. And it gives you a kiss directly onto the mouth. I need you to give me a con saving throw, please.
Just remember, I will always be your best.
Oh no, this thing gives pretty good kisses.
21.
Okay.
They're electrifying, if you will.
Spooky. One moment.
We have a new breakout ship for the for the fans.
Gorbjorn's just a slut.
You take 15 points of lightning damage. That's already halved. Oh, it's only half because you succeeded.
I was like, okay.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna question you. You're a DM and you know
You're
everything.
like, no, Jillian, you're right, 100%. And it begins to kiss you, and this static electricity against your face, and it feels like it's trying to pull energy from you. But
Oh, me gusta.
to break free.
It's nice knowing you guys.
It's been real. That is the end of its turn as it tries to keep kissing Gorbjorn. Nana, you're up.
All right, so how many creatures do we have still up total?
2.
Which one? How much closer to us is the one that is not on Gorbjorn?
They are basically. That one is 5 feet closer to you.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to get the one off of Gorbjorn. I think that's kind of priority. Yeah.
Go for it.
Come on, we've got to get that thing off Gorbjorn. And she's going to charge in with her +1 short sword that she draws from the sheath on her belt. Gives it a... actually, she's going to use a bonus action before she strikes to concentrate in on that one critter that's aggressing on Gorbjorn. She focuses and, like, just this aggressive, protective instinct, she just lets flood her senses, and she uses Slayer's Prey. So this will give her an extra 1d6 damage if I can hit that target with a weapon attack.
Let's see.
Ooh. Ha 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 ha. That would be yes, I think. 23 to hit?
23 hits.
Yay! Okay, neat. So that's 12 points of slashing damage in total, including the Slayer's Prey bonus.
And the +1?
And +1?
From
Because
your
of the sword.
+1 weapon. I'm sure you already have it. It's probably already on if you're using D&D.
I would imagine so, yeah. Short sword +1 already has the damage
gotcha.
plus the relevant modifier.
Anything else?
That's my bonus action, my action, and Nana's going to shout at Gorbjorn, "Can you get it off of you? Do you need help?"
Just kill it!
I'm trying!
Saga, you're up.
Man.
Yeah, that's a
Hey.
mood.
There's one on Gorbjorn, and then there's one, like, still flying
Next to
around.
it.
Or...
There's the one floating in front of Gorbjorn trying to kiss him, and then there's one on the ground with, like, the long arms that was choking people a minute ago. It is
No.
currently trying to choke Gorbjorn.
Oh. I think I'm still convinced these have to be something Lady Satyr sent out, so it's probably just a misunderstanding. I'm just gonna do a quick phantasmal force, and show the symbol of Lady Satyr and a few more jellyfish, and they're just gonna be in the shape of a smiley face.
For the bigger guy,
Yeah.
what do I roll?
An intelligence saving throw.
That would be 12.
That's a fail.
All right. It sees this symbol in front of it. And it kind of squints at it a little bit as it looks at this symbol and all these little jellyfish swimming around. All right.
And they kind of just surround Gorbjorn with the imaginary jellyfish that only that other jellyfish can see.
Yeah, it's just like looking around like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Saga's over here doing a bunch of hand motions and nothing is happening.
Well, this is very reminiscent of that giant wolf fight, or the bear
Exactly.
fight.
That's
anything
cool.
else?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Roshan, you're up.
Roshan will start whispering very harsh things under his breath, like unhand him. His lips are only for Fen, and things like that. And I need it to roll a wisdom saving throw.
This is now a meme within the party. It can't be stopped.
8.
It fails, so that's not a very good roll.
Oh no, my ship! I can't endanger my ship!
It takes 12 whole damage, and it must use its reaction to move as far away from me as it can.
Haha!
Okay, it's gonna make its way into the back corner.
Does it bring me along?
No, it let you go after you broke free of the kiss.
The jellyfish are working. Wonderful.
I'm like, hell yeah, I did it. It moves away as it kind of hits back against the wall, and you see it turns its like hand and like cuts the wall gently.
I'm just imagining like Saga smiling like, oh, it's working, and then like Ro in the background like, like horrible.
Unhand him,
Anything
you
else, Roshan?
wobbly bitch.
No, that's it for me.
All right, we are back at the top. This little guy is going to keep going for Gorbjorn, the one that didn't get frightened away.
No!
That certainly hits.
Oh no.
Yay!
Huzzah! Damage. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. I need a strength saving throw, please.
Strength. That'd be 16.
Okay. It starts to try and choke you, but you're able to like pull it off and throw it back on the ground.
Woo!
That's the end of its turn as it's like and you just hear beeping from across the room. Gorbjorn, you're up.
I am going to recklessly attack at the small thing trying to choke me.
Okay.
Valid.
That'll be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
So 21 damage.
Oh, it dies instantly. You just like
Christ!
stab into it from above and as it just lays flat on the ground. The only thing left in the room now is the jellyfish that has kind of pushed itself against the back corner and is like gently smacking the wall.
What did you say to it, Ro?
Mean things.
Anything else?
Aware.
My second attack misses with a 4, but since I killed something, Great Weapon Master, bonus action, I get an attack again.
Ha-ha! Get it!
I'm pretty sure a 10 will miss.
Yeah, a 10 misses as you follow this jellyfish creature to the back, and it just kind of pushes one of your hands away with the tentacles, dodging the hit.
By the way, my neck is like purple now, and there's just blood falling off of me.
too.
Yeah, Gorbjorn and a few other necks are looking a little rough, especially Gorbjorn who got the spiky tentacle. Ben, you're up.
One question. Do I see the thing that Saga cast?
No.
Okay, so that's in its mind and not anybody else's.
Yes, that's only for her and the creature.
Very easy answer then. I look at the thing that just retreated into the corner and I use sharpshooter and I let an arrow fly at it.
You have to move a bit into the room. Is that okay?
What's that?
You have to move forward a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever I have to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way in. You take a shot.
All right, that is a 12 to hit.
12 misses.
All right, second shot.
Shatters on the wall.
Yeah, second shot. Oh, that is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. Do you think I'd have my character sheet memorized by now?
Oh no, never.
16 points of damage.
Not
Okay.
in my experience.
Okay, anything else, Finn?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my movement to kind of sidle up along Gorbjorn, like ready to make another shot to step in front of him if this thing lunges back at him, depending on how damaged he is, but I can't see from back where I was. So if he looks rough, then I can step in front of him.
Ooh, boy, do I look rough.
What's that?
I look rough.
Okay, well, and that's what I'm doing is like right now I can't tell, so I'm gonna just get there, like kind of like under his arm. If he looks like that somebody needs to like get in this thing's way, I'm there. But if it looks like Gorbjorn wants to rush forward, it's just a sidestep around me to get it.
Okay, so are you going to step into this thing's range?
Yeah, but I have Zephyr Strike up, so it doesn't get opportunity attacks on me.
Oh, yeah, no, it wouldn't. I'm just seeing if you're getting right next to it.
Yeah, I didn't know how far it retreated when it...
It's not incredibly big. You're able to get to it. So you
Yeah,
get.
but I didn't know how far this thing retreated when Roshan made it run away. So
You can make it there.
okay.
When
It's
Roshan hurt its feelings with his mean words.
Gorbjorn, did your attack hit?
Against it, no.
Okay. It's going to attempt to grab Fen. That certainly hits as well.
Oh no!
Awesome.
I dropped the dice.
Fen,
Oh,
you
no.
17 points of piercing damage as the tentacle wraps around your neck.
Awesome.
No!
To make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Ooh, I actually
No, senpai, no!
dirty 20.
Okay. You are able to pull away before it can kiss you.
I would hope so.
It is seeing that it's backed in a corner. It raises another tentacle, and it is going to hit at Gorbjorn with the second one.
With advantage.
Oh, thank you. Okay. No nat 20s. I'll wait. It is going to strike. You take 6 points of piercing damage. I need a strength saving throw.
Ooh, don't fail me now. That's a 18.
Okay, you're able to pull away.
Woo!
And then raises a third tentacle, and it's gonna bop Fen. 19 hits.
Sure does.
$18 points of piercing damage. Strength saving.
Oh. You bastard! Ah!
And what do you get on the strength saving throw?
Oh, another strength saving throw. All right.
Hell yeah.
17.
Okay, you're able to pull away from the kiss. That is the end of its turn. Nana, you're up.
Don't you hurt my friends! Nana's gonna slash at this thing, like, just pissed all to hell. She's feeding that, that internal protective instinct of hers to keep the, Slayer's prey going. She's gonna take a slash at it with her short sword.
Okay.
Ah. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Damn. Okay. Then she's going to use her spear in her offhand to try and stab it instead.
Okay.
Ooh. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Fabulous. That's gonna be... 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You stab into this thing, and it kind of screams out in this gerbled sort of speech. And one of its like non-aggressor tentacles gets cut off and like falls on the ground and like wiggles around.
Ew.
All right, Saga, you're up. You're muted.
Oh
Ah!
no! There she is.
Stop, everybody. I'm gonna use all the illusionary jellyfish that I created and have them like grapple this thing and try to like get it to stop so we can have chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it roll again.
Yeah.
Because it's changing a bit. So let's see. Intelligence?
Yep.
No, a 6. It thinks a bunch of tiny jellyfish are attacking it, and it's like, and you see it like waving its tentacles around. And question, what level is this spell?
Second.
Okay, did you roll last time for it?
No.
Oh no!
If I need to roll 3 or lower, you will wild magic surge.
Okay.
Oh god.
I forgot.
Yep, that's
Okay.
why the mechanic exists.
13. It's
All right, you're good. Is that the end of your turn?
yeah, and I just say, excuse me, are you a prophet of Lady Satyr? Did she send you? Can we just talk for a second? There may have been a misunderstanding.
Oh, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
It does not seem to acknowledge you very much as it swats at some jellyfish.
You can't tell me you're surprised.
Roshan.
In a bit.
Roshan looks up at it and says, I've never met anyone with such specific kinks like kissing, choking, and being really ugly. And
Oh,
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh!
Yep, wisdom.
24.
That beats it.
Damn!
and
this jellyfish
I
is very
will-
secure in his kinks.
I will give some kind words over to Gorbjorn and say, please get rid of this thing. And give you not an advantage, an inspiration.
Got it.
All right, you have a bardic inspiration now. Putting us back at the top, Gorbjorn.
Let me hit it! That'd be an 11, but it's a D8 for your bardic inspiration.
Yes.
So 19 to hit.
19 hits.
So 25 damage.
Oof, all right.
Oh.
All right, you hit it hard. It screams out. It has clear blood that drips from its body, almost like seawater, but a bit goopier. A bit goopy seawater.
Goopy.
Goopy seawater. It's still standing.
Still? Okay, well, another hit. Well, a 16 hit.
16 just hits.
Woo! So that's 22 damage on this one.
Okay. Still standing, looking pretty bad. As this thing, I mean, it's a pretty big jellyfish. It is trying its best as it looks at you and it puckers its lips. Anything else, Gorbjorn?
No, that's all I can do.
Fen, you're up.
Finn, uses his bow to get himself back up to his feet and, stumbles backwards out of this thing's reach, 10, 15 feet. I'm leaving its reach, but I also have Zephyr Strike still up. So,
I don't think I had you roll to see if you maintain concentration. Would you roll for me just real fast?
sure.
Con, you need to get it.
I got an 11, so what did I need to get?
You needed to get a 10, so you're able to step out of.
Okay.
Woo.
All right. So yeah, stumble back 15 feet or so, and sharpshooter again, right at this thing.
Go for it.
That is a 23 to
23
hit.
hits.
All right. That is a 19 points of damage.
There you go.
Second attack. Same thing. Sharpshooter, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And 14 points of damage.
All right.
And use the rest of my movement to stumble the rest of the way the fuck out of the way. Because Fen is looking rough.
You stumble backwards and thunk, and then one directly in the eye. And it bumps into the wall next to it. And it just sort of kind of its head hitting back against the corner that it's on as it slowly begins to slump out of the air and then falls flat onto the ground, no longer moving. As it makes one last little kissy face at Gorbjorn.
Ah!
Gorbjorn going down. You guys are out of initiative and you are presented with a room full of very wet and aged trinkets and books and furniture. Gorbjorn, I'm going to say something catches your eye, though, after you
Oh boy!
turn this jellyfish to literal jello. You look over and shining near the wall of the room, sitting on a chain, is a huge red gem just dangling from this chain, just sparkling as it slowly spins from from side to side.
That seems like bad news.
Can I throw a hand axe at like the chain, or like at the gem or anything like that?
Sure. Go ahead and make an attack against it.
That's a natural 20. Where was that all combat?
Yeah, right?
You fling this at the chain. It hits the chain and pulls it down against the wall behind it, so it kind of pulls at an angle, and you hear thunk, 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 as the door to the walkway behind you, Roshan, slams shut, a metal door. And you all hear a soft crackling sound.
Gorbjorn, what did you do?
We just killed this thing.
Gorbjorn, what did you do?
I'm so very hurt.
Oh god. Okay, hold on a moment. Here.
The gem itself, a mouth begins to open on the gem as it begins to speak. You shan't use my work for your own gain, or sell it, looters! This shall be your tomb! And like the mouth laughs on this gem, this like kind of and it said, and it feels like it hones in directly forward onto Gorbjorn. How long till high tide, looter? And that is where we will stop for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching, for being here with us, for On the Backs of Gods. We truly appreciate you guys being here. If you're interested in keeping up with us, or you want to see some art of the team, or some maps, or just keep up with what's going on, at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter, you can catch up with us there. We are here same time, same place, every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think there will be a show on Tuesday. Usually we have something up. I'm going to say go ahead and show up, because probably.
Be something. Somebody doing something.
We'll be doing things.
Yeah.
If you want to see another D&D show, one maybe a bit more fun, a bit more drinking, have a good time. Frank is usually part of that show, so if he's back, he'll be doing that, and I think that'll be a fun time. Abby, what's happening on Wednesday?
Oh, well, actually, this Wednesday, I think we're having a bit of a different game. On Wednesday at 7:30, we usually play Roll Inc., but we're taking a little break in between arcs because we just finished up that terrible arc with a very wonderful ending. So I think we're doing a Q&A.
Ah.
Very fun. So if you guys have any questions, I know they're asking about it on Twitter.
Yes. Please add us.
So if you go to Roll Inc. on Twitter, you can ask them some questions. That'd be real nice, I think.
I'm going to go and subscribe right now.
What a wonderful idea.
And on Saturday, we are going to be having Vampire the Masquerade. If you're interested in something maybe a little different, something a little spookier than cave jellyfish, I don't know what you're into. You can join us on Saturday for some spooky times. We had a bit of a break, but now we are back. It is at... gosh, what time? Josh, what time?
Josh!
Let's just say 8 or 9. 9.
9.
Central.
9 Central. We did it. Guys,
yeah, that'll work.
It's like we talk about this every week or something, you know? We know exactly what's going on all the time.
Definitely. Always.
So if you're interested in that, and then next week on Saturday will be Call of Cthulhu at the same time. So whatever you're interested in, I think that'll be great if you want to stop in and support us. Once again, we truly appreciate it. We will see you guys Monday.
See ya.
Dragon
Thanks for
Dice has
joining
a
us.
storefront up.
Oh, yes, indeed. We do need to mention that, as well as our own merch.
Yeah, I hit a... Oh, well, there's that.
Oh, we're done.